Good morning, students. We are discussing chapter 12, domain name system, and this is the second part of this chapter. This chapter mainly describes how each and every computers are identified in a network and what are the different names assigned to them. In previous session, we have discussed IP address. So it is an unique number assigned to each and every computer, and also we discussed two versions of IP address. One is IPv4, another one is IPv6. It is very difficult to remember all the IP address. To avoid that, alternative is domain name. In this, we are going to discuss two more topics. One is types of URL and DNS components. Okay, let's start today's session. We have already discussed what is URL in previous section. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It is an address of each and every document which are displayed on the internet. So it is an address given to the website to identify and locate from the internet. URL is made up of four parts: protocol, hostname, folder names, and finally file name with extension. In today's video, we are going to discuss the two types of URL depending on the location of the document. Location on the document means where the document is stored, whether it is inside the local server or it is stored in a web server, that is on the internet. So depends upon the location of web document. URL is divided into two types. The first one is absolute URL and second one is relative URL. Absolute URL. Absolute URL is the complete address of a document on the internet. We have already discussed an URL consists of four parts. So absolute URL contains all the four parts. So it contains all the information that are required to find the files on the internet, that is domain name, protocol, folders name, file names, and with the extension. Here I specify one example. W3 schools is a domain name. It consists of various e-materials for learning computer related concepts. If I want to learn PHP variables, the PHP variables concepts are stored in one file. That file is the extension .asp. ASP, you know very well, it is also one of the file type similar to PHP. So PHP underscore variables .asp, this is the file name. So if I want to open this file means, first of all I have to open the domain name w3schools.com. This is my domain name, and PHP is a folder name, and PHP underscore variables.asp is my file name, and HTTP is my protocol name. So this is the exact example for absolute URL. So absolute URL consists of complete address to search any file on internet. Suppose when we all search a file which is stored in the same system, then we will move on to the second type, that is relative URL. Relative URL is the partial address of the document of the internet. It contains only the file name or file name with folder name. The remaining two parts are omitted. They are not given, that is protocol and domain name. So we can use this type of file when the file is on the same server. I already told, if the file is stored on the same system or same server, then no need to give the protocol and domain name. We just specify the file name directly or along with the folder name. Here in this example, I specify only the folder name and file name. So this is an example of relative URL. If your file is stored on the same system, then you will use relative URL. If your file is stored on internet, then you should give absolute URL. Next topic we are going to discuss today is DNS components. There are three important components in domain name system, that is DNS. They are namespace, name server, zone. In today's section, we are going to discuss the first component, that is namespace. Namespace. The domain names must be unique. We know very well, instead of IP address, we prefer domain name. So domain name is also a name assigned to the computer which are connected to the internet. So to identify the name of the computer, it should be unique. So for naming, we have to select from the namespace. So namespace can be organized in two ways. One is flat namespace, another one is hierarchical namespace. From the namespace only we are going to choose our domain name for our computer. So first we will move on to what is flat namespace. In flat namespace, some meaningful names are being given to the IP address for accessing. Suppose if your computer is connected in any company and it deals account related operation means, then we may give account or accounts for the computer as namespace. So in flat namespace, some meaningful names are given to the IP address. But they do not have any specific structure. We just assign a name, but it is not possible to use that computer for large system, because in large network, especially in internet, millions of computers are interconnected. So by giving a single name, it is very difficult to identify a particular system. To avoid that, another namespace, that is hierarchical namespace, will be assigned to each and every computer. Hierarchical namespace is made up of several parts. The parts are depends upon where the computer is interconnected. That is location of the computer which are interconnected. The first part may represent the nature of organization, and second part represent the name of the organization, and third part may be represent the department of the organization, and the fourth part may be the name of the computer. For an example, the computer is in an company, often commercial company means, then the first part may be an type nature of organization, so it is an commercial, and second part represent the name of the organization. It may be an Amazon, Flipkart, or any company name. And third one is representing department name. It may be accounting, marketing, and so on. In that various computers are located, we will specify the computer by name or number. So hierarchical namespace is achieved through domain namespace. Domain namespace. Domain namespace was designed to achieve hierarchical namespace. It consists of perfect structure which will be used for large system. In domain namespace, the names are represented as a tree-like structure from root element on the top. The tree can have the maximum of 128 levels, that is from 0 level to 127 levels. So the root element must have the level 0, and it always consists of null string. There is no label, there is no text given to the root element. And next levels are called as node or childrens of root element. The level starts from 1 to 127. Each node in tree consists of two names. One is label, another one is domain name. See the structure of domain namespace. It consists of a tree-like structure where root is at level 0, and it consists of various child nodes at different levels. So the level starts from 1 to 127 for other nodes. So here some of the examples for domain names are .com, .edu, .org, and .in. So domain namespace follows hierarchical namespace. That is, some particular order will be followed. So all the computers are connected as nodes in a tree-like structure. A domain namespace consists of two parts. One is label, another one is domain name. First one is label. A label is a string which can have maximum of 63 characters. We may use 63 characters for labeling the domain space. Each node in the level should have different labels because the label are the names given to the domain name. Whereas the second part, domain, is the subtree in domain namespace tree-like structure. So subtree means it consists of hierarchical levels of labels. The domain can be further divided into subdomain. Domain name is reading the label from bottom to top. Each label is separated by a dot. So each and every level consists of some label. The label is differ from one level to another level. See this diagram. So the top level is called as root, and the next level name is edu, and next level name is FLDA, and next level name is ATC, and next level name is Challenger. And I already told the second part is domain name. The domain name that is a subtree which is also consists of the name of previous domain. For an example, the second level domain name is fhda.edu. So it includes the previous level domain name. And see the fourth level, that is level 3. It consists of atc.fhda.edu. So it includes the levels of above domain names. So whenever if you want to read the domain name, so you have to start from the bottom level to top level, and each domain name is separated with dot. So the last one is challengers. You have to start from challenger to edu, challenger.atc.fhda.edu. So this is an example for domain namespace. So domain name is given to the computer which is connected to the internet. So it follows the structure hierarchical namespace. It includes a particular department name, organization name, and type of organization name. We will continue the remaining part of domain namespace in second video.